Hey, welcome back to Sunday Sauce Pot right here on ItalianAmericanRadio.com, where once again we got a couple Italian guests, and welcome back to my co-host Danny Dog. How you doing?
You talking to me or them?
That's your cue. When I say Danny Dog, that's your cue.
That's me. I'm beautiful. I'm in beautiful New Haven, Connecticut.
So they let you out of your mother's basement for this?
I'm on parole. Yeah, I'm on furlough, weekend furlough.
All right.
Nice.
So our guests tonight are from, you guys may have heard of the Uncle Louie variety show, Carlo and Louie. Welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? Nice to be here.
Thank you for having us. We'd appreciate it.
Appreciation.
So, you guys, how long have you guys been doing this comedy act that you got going on?
The Uncle Louie. I can't see Lou, so I don't know if he's talking or not.
Yeah, go ahead, Gar. Go ahead.
Nah, yeah, we'll kind of try to piece this together. Just a real quick thing. Louie and I have known each other 40 plus years. We met each other in high school. We started doing comedy and writing and skits since the first day we met each other. The Italian thing, the Uncle Louie thing, we started in 2011 with a little video, and Lou will get into how that started on Facebook for friends and family. And we probably started touring about 6 years in between COVID. We lost that year and a half, 2 years, like everybody. But our biggest date was Australia, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was that 2018 or 19, Lou?
I think it was 18.
Yeah. So
yep.
Go from there.
Yeah. So we started in Australia. It was funny because we were doing all these little videos for friends and family. And we get a phone call from this woman in Australia saying, "Oh, we want you to come over here. We want to fly you over here, do Sydney and Melbourne." And I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay. So then she sent the plane tickets. So I guess we had to write a show. So we had to write the show. So that was our start, which was it was a start for me and Carlo, because we did a show with a third person prior to that, just small shows in Syracuse and stuff like that. But our first show was Sydney, Australia.
Right.
Then Canada, then United States.
Imagine
we
that.
went backwards.
Where are you guys out of? You're out of Florida, and you're out of New York?
No, we're both from Syracuse, New York.
Yeah. We live 5 minutes away from each other. He's just vacationing.
All right. So tell the listeners, you've been all over the place, and everybody who listens to the show knows what we talk about here a lot. We talk about food. So tell us, who's got the best pizza?
New York.
You know, we could say New York. Honestly, there's different pizza everywhere, but it's the restaurant. It's not the area. It's the restaurant.
It's the ingredients.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Also,
There could be some Hawaii, as long as they use the right ingredients and everything else. It's the people who take pride in what they do, and you can feel it as soon as you walk in.
Now, I know people would say New Haven is the capital of the pizza world. Am I not wrong in saying that?
You are not wrong.
You are very correct in saying that. And I'm not only saying that because I'm from there, but once you have it, have you had it, Carlo?
Yes, we played in that area. We went to New Haven. We had the pizza, and it's incredible. It's different, but it's incredible. The squares, the way you guys make it, it's nice. It's nice. Very good.
Where'd you play?
We were I don't know where it was, but we drove in. It was right in the middle of COVID. We went downtown New Haven, and it was a desert. Things were still being open. It was one bar that was open, so we went there, and they told us if you came here on a regular day, without COVID, there would be a line out the door around the block, and we just walked right in. But we had the pizza on that side, and I forgot the name. Again, we're in and out of cities, but we did have the pleasure of tasting it, and it was delicious.
Yeah, I want to say you guys were in Go ahead.
Brantford. We were in Brantford, Connecticut. That night, it was actually the night that everything got shut down. Brantford, Connecticut. We had 2 sold-out shows, Saturday and Sunday. And that Saturday, they cut it down to 250. You remember that night where they cut everything down? And then Sunday, they just shut everything down. It was
that was
dead,
the start.
and that was the beginning.
Absolutely.
So what are your thoughts on the whole pandemic, Lou?
Let's not, I'm not going to
Listen
get
to our
into that
songs.
shit. I'm so freaking irritated. It took all the entertainers, it took them out for 2 years. It took everybody out. And, for entertainers, for people in the service business and everything else, it really tore them up. So I love to see people now that they're coming back. It's hopefully coming back in droves. People are starting to come back out, watch the shows. And, for those entertainers that stayed busy and stayed on the internet and, and did whatever they could, they deserve everything they get right now. So God bless that. So
It was tough.
we're back on track.
It was tough for everybody. And, it's especially service and entertainment. They kind of they didn't give us an option. We, some people could work and we just couldn't. They took the crowds away. They took our jobs away, but we were blessed because it got us, we started on video, we started on the internet, we started on social, and it continued. So where one thing closed, we continued with the what got us here. And I think a lot of comedians and actors and all that, they went to social media and they actually are better for it now because now they have all different followers that they wouldn't have had if it wasn't for the 2 years that people were sitting around watching their phones and TV. So, there's good and bad. We don't want to get into politics of it, but we're out of it now, and we enjoy every minute that we're on the stage because of that.
I saw recently you met up with another well-known comedian, Vic DiBattista.
Yeah. I was with Vic 2 nights ago. He came to Syracuse, the Funny Bone, and unfortunately Louie was in Florida, so I gave him a call and I said, "Hey, I just got tickets," and we hung out a little bit afterwards, and we took those pictures that you see. He's a great guy. We've Louis talked to him. We've been around him. He's come to Syracuse and played before at the Palace Theater where we play out of. That's our theater in Syracuse. So, and we work with the same management at times. So that was a great night. Got to have my wife and my cousins out and friends. So it was fun. He's a great guy. Have you ever had him on here?
I did AM radio when I was in Florida with a buddy of mine, Jack DiGiorgio, and I had Vic on before bread and milk. Before,
Sure.
So he's a great guy. He's a funny guy, and God bless him for all the.
Did we do a show with him?
No, I don't think you were there, Dan. This was when I was in Florida. So
Interesting.
Yeah, he's a true talent, and he's. People always say, "Oh my God, he's gonna have a heart attack." He's always yelling, and you see him off stage, and he's the most quiet, down to earth. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? How's the family?" He doesn't even scream, doesn't yell. It's totally opposite. It's great.
it's kind of like Louie. People probably don't even know who I got on the show because when you guys remember in Chicago when I met him, he's like, "Hello, how are you? How's it going?" And I'm like, "Who are you?"
He had no accent.
Tell us a little bit about the accent.
The accent is all my dad. It's 90%, the character's built 90% my dad, 10% my uncles, my nonu. And my father was all broken English growing up. I was the translator for my father, but it was all broken English. Louie, you don't know shit, okay? You don't know. I would get my cousins would come in to come pick me up. My father would be like, "Come on, sit down, I have a glass of wine." And I would rile him up and leave the room on purpose because my cousin had to get stuck with sitting with my dad. So I'd be like, "Dad, I'm the king." And I'd leave. "He's to the king of shit, Dominic. He's to the king of shit. Don't listen. Why you hang out with this guy? How come? And you tell him to go fuck yourself. And because he's stupid." He's just, And I would leave, and my cousin Dominic would be like, just his head, just like, oh my God, I got to deal with this shit. But, that's all, it's all my dad. I'm half Calabrese, half Sicilian, so I get along with the whole crowd.
90% of our
But
crowd,
it's,
yeah.
so it's a fun, the one thing too that COVID did for us, and we've kind of reinvented ourselves and pushed 2 new characters, that Cia Maria and Cia Rosa. They're crazy.
They took over.
And that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing when we kind of build those characters, it's all bringing everybody back, to their family when they were growing up. Oh my God, she's my aunt. Oh my God, he's my uncle. Oh, that's my no. So, and it brings a smile to their faces. And that's one thing we do with our show for 2 hours is we don't do one thing for 2 hours. We do a sketch. We do stand-up. We do music where everybody sings along with us. Sketch, stand-up, music, improv. There's so much things going on. You don't even realize 2 hours is gone. There was one time, they wouldn't let us leave. We were there for 3.5 hours in I think it was Yonkers, Car.
Yeah, it was Yonkers. Yeah, the ballroom.
3.5 hours. We were just improvising. Like, what do you want to hear? Italians at the grocery store. Okay, we'll do Italians at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And then we just
They would
seen that-
It's just a lot of fun.
Italians at the
That
funeral.
casino
We would do that.
video, it's hysterical that you guys made.
Which one?
The casino, going to the casino.
Oh, real? That's like
yeah.
a 3-second idea. It's so funny. Louie and I always talk about we'll spend hours, and Louie will spend hours on editing on after we record, and we'll go into characters and we'll get dressed up and we'll have a huge idea, and then we'll do cuts and this, and we'll spend hours on a video, and then we'll do one video in a car that takes about 3 seconds to record with no edits. It blows up to 1 million views, and the other stuff that we spent 6 hours on gets 50,000. So we laugh about that all the time.
It's ridiculous. All I got to do is get in character. All we have to do is get in character and bitch about something, and it's viral. It's viral. And then when I take the time, our music videos do really well, though. I can't say, but there's some sketches where I'm sitting there for 10 hours editing because I get into this perfectionist bullshit. So I'm cutting, and I put it out there, and I'm like, yes, here we go. And it does well, but it's not like, what the hell? So it's funny. It's weird the way it is. But if I'm bitching and screaming as Uncle Louie, it's viral. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's literally we're like we're beating ourselves up. It's like, what should we do? Just bitch about anything and spend 3 seconds and get multi-million views, or put some effort into it. So, but we love the effort anyways. It's not about views. We never started this because of views. We had 3 people and they were just family. So nobody can ever say, oh, you guys are doing this because you're this, that. Nah. We've been doing this since we were 14 years old, nobody watching, recording it, videotaping when the videos came out, doing our own stuff. We never cared about money. We never cared about views. We never cared about, honestly, anything. We just want to make each other laugh pretty much. And be, and luckily with social media, Facebook and everything else, it just allowed us to be out there for other people to see. But before that, we were on public access. We would do stuff in the basement. No one would see it, just our friends. And that was enough for us. So it's never about views, but it's funny how you do spend a lot of time on certain things. And the first thing you say is, I love the video about the casino. It literally took us 3 minutes to come up with that idea. But it's so real, right? It's so real that
it's more of a premise. We just say, okay, you're pissed off. I'm pissed off that we're going to casino, and let it roll. And we just put on the video and we'll just let it roll. It's all improv. A lot of that stuff is all improv. We don't write a lot of shit. Yeah. So,
and we drive the neighborhood, and we get the best shots, and that's it.
That was awesome.
One of the videos is the chicken dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was a crazy, met Carlos, like, we got to do the chicken dance. We got to do the chicken dance. He's like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. I go, I think this is going to go pretty good. This will go okay, and so we did it. I'd never seen one of our videos fly. So it had 1,000 shares in 1,000 shares in 10 minutes, and just flying. I think it's the first one we did, because I cut up a bunch of others just to, kind of give people snippets of it. It's about 5.6 million right now. It's just crazy. And it took me 20 minutes to put it together and an hour to edit, an hour and 20 minutes. That's it. Meanwhile, I'm doing the other ones for 10, 15 hours. They get 100,000, 150,000 views. This son of a bitch goes to 5.6 million views. It's like, I can't take it.
I have a story about something like that. So like Louis said, the chicken dance, quick idea, boom, boom, boom. And we did, I don't know if you ever heard this one, Straight Out of the Basement video, the song Straight Out of the Basement that we've done. Now we went to the studio. We had the producers. I mean, it was amazing. We came up with a video. We did a 2-day shoot in Rochester, New York. We had a bunch of people helping us out with the video. Louis, do you remember you went on vacation? We all went on vacation on the Jersey Shore.
I don't even know.
He was editing in his hotel room while we were outside in his
on vacation. I'm editing because I'm going nuts with it. I gotta get it done.
Yeah. And we were like, there's no way this is not going to hit, because again, we were like thinking, the music always does well. I mean, we were rapping. It was cool. So we spent all this time and we released it, and it didn't do bad, but it wasn't like what we thought. And then you put out like the chicken dance or Uncle Louie telling the weather, and it's like 6 million. And it's like you sit there, but you have no idea what's going to hit or not. So you can't not do one thing because you think it's not going to hit, because who knows? The chicken dance, we had no idea. Louis thought, I think it'd be fun, but we never thought it was going to be 5-6 million. We've never experienced that in our life. We were calling each other every 3 minutes. We were refreshing. You remember? Refreshing. Every time we refreshed, it was 10,000 new views. Every time you refresh, 10,000 new views. That was the one time my wife said, I think you guys got something here. All that other time, we went to Australia, we did this, that, and the other. that one video, she's like, wow, I see what you're talking about. So it's crazy, but you got to keep doing it,
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to hit.
Anything you do is just got to hit a chord. If it hits a chord with people, then it's shared. It's crazy, and you never know what's going to do it.
We are talking with Louie and Carlo from the Uncle Louie Variety Show. So the main website for you guys is what?
The Uncle Louie VarietyShow.com.
And on that website, you can find some shows that are coming up. Where are some shows that are coming up?
You got shows. We got shows in Rhode Island this month. We're going to be at Point Pleasant at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club next month.
Chicago.
We're going to be everywhere. It's easy. Get to the website and scroll down, and we are constantly putting on new shows on that website. We're going to be in Vancouver. We're going to be in Kamloops in British Columbia. We're working on Toronto now, Pittsburgh. We're going to be all over the place. Boston.
Right now, summertime. We're going to do a couple festivals. We kind of lay low in the summer. We do a lot of our family vacations, as you can see. In spring and summer, we kind of run off for the weekends. But then after September, we're never home for the rest of the year. So, like Louis said, we put new dates on there all the time. So what you see now, if you don't see your city or town, that doesn't mean anything. It just means it hasn't been updated yet. So just keep looking. Every Wednesday, Lou and I do a show called Fat Coffee with the Zias, and we do talk about our tour dates. And if we have new releases at that moment, that's what you want to check out. 12 o'clock on Wednesdays on our Facebook page and Instagram and YouTube. So we're all over the place.
So who handles all your social media, like Facebook and YouTube?
We do.
Do you guys do all that?
Yep.
We do everything. Unfortunately, we learn as we go, and it's everything that we did on this page has been absolutely organic. We've had to learn. We take a piece, we learn, and we move forward. So it's been a slow rise. Even though people are like, you guys got 300, 500,000 people. It's been a slow rise technology wise for us, because we're just learning, and we still are. So, but we go at our own pace, and we do the best we can.
It's worked out. It's worked out to this point. Like we say, a bunch of old guys working on social media. We're doing our pace. It's our pace.
So the question is, when they get a reply, when the fans get a reply, it's coming from you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
There's me, Carlo, and Gina sometimes but she only replies to if somebody messages about doing a show in a specific area. You know, if they're looking at our press kit sheet and they want to know, you know, what it would take to bring us down to a specific area, then that's Gina's business or Tony's business. Other than that, if they're saying, "Hey guys, would love to, you know, how are you?" If you get a message, it's us. We are constantly on that thing.
We do this thing called we do custom videos where people can you know, they write us and they say, "Hey, listen, my son, daughter, my mother, whatever, birthday, anniversary," and we do custom videos. And it's so funny that they freak out when we reply to them, because they're thinking, "Oh my God, I thought it was one of your staff," or you would have one of your people, and they freak out when they say, "Oh my God, Lou just said something," or "Carlo just wrote me back within 5 seconds." So that's the one thing that we want to keep, always will keep, is that one-on-one kind of attitude with the people that you know. We hate to call them fans, but they're like family. So
Is
it's
that
like
is that a paid thing? Like,
it's a paid. Yep, it's a paid thing. So you pay a certain amount of you get a minute to 2 minute video, and they give us some information like, "Hey, it's my mom. Her name is Rosa. She's 75."
I thought about that for years. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So,
it's for, you know, we charge a $50 fee, and we just go off for about a minute or 2 minutes, whatever. It could be 3 minutes. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's whatever that's rolling through our heads at that moment in time. Literally, we see what they want to say, and then we get on the camera, and it's improv. So everybody is different.
That's something that you do on your social media. That's not through like Cameo or something.
No,
through our website.
Through the website.
Through our website. And the nice thing with when they buy that, or when they purchase it, they own that video. So if they want to share it, they want to put it on their own social media, whatever they want to do, it's their video. They own it. They can do whatever they want with it. So a lot of people love that, because sometimes people, you know, you can't use other people's stuff because of copyright. But once they pay for it, that's their video. They can do whatever they like with it. So people love that.
Dan, what do you got, Dan? We got a couple minutes left. That's
awesome. Oh, I'm a big degenerate gambler, so I love their casino video. Did they got any derby picks for us?
Well, you would love to hang out with us.
The Kentucky Derby's coming up. You guys have any picks?
We're gonna have to figure out something about that. I'm sure we will. We got the earthquake in New York. We did. I don't know if you guys saw that one. We did an earthquake in New York. Then we did the eclipse video, which was freaking hilarious.
We have a new song. We have a new song out that we put out.
Oh yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah. What's the name of that new song?
We can't say it right now.
Is that
it? Well, we can swear on this, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's called "Go Fuck Yourself."
Go fuck yourself, guys.
All right, and that's not a video toward anybody in specific. It's just
no,
it's a little video that they came up.
Here's the thing: you won't find, like, people try to look at what we do, a song or something, and they'll try to make it political, and it's not. And I don't give a shit if you're political and you get that upset about it, that you think we sway one way or the other. Get off the page. We don't give a shit.
We never get into that. It's pure comedy, pure laughs. We
don't give a shit what anybody thinks. The only thing we do is put smiles on faces, and that's it.
And with that being said, I gotta say we're out of time. So Louie and Carlo, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be part of Sunday Sauce Pot right here on ItalianAmericanRadio.com.
Thank you very much, Marty. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Marty.
Guys, really appreciate the friendship.
Thank you, guys.
And Danny, thanks a lot for coming on for the special guest that we had tonight.
Nice
Yes,
meeting you, Danny. Nice
Thank
meeting
you, guys.
Danny. And
Tremendous.
when we're New Haven, we'll all get together and we'll get some
That's
pizza
it.
and maybe hit up a casino or 5.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, guys. Until next time, who loves you, baby?
I eat ants and pasta twice.